Hello. We're actually going to make muffins. Why? My husband wants them. So in here I have bananas which are overripe, you know, those squishy ones that don't really enjoy. I don't enjoy squishy bananas, if you do. So in here I have the bananas, the oil, the eggs and the sugar. I'm going to briefly put it through the mixer, just to get it all mixed up together, and then I'm going to dump the flour in here. Muffins are actually one of the easiest things to do because there's no airing, there's no creaming, there's no nothing. It's almost like a dump and mix method, because you don't want that very airy high muffin that you get with cupcakes. So all my liquids are in here and my sugar's in here. So I'm going to mix it, but I'm not actually going to cream it so I have a thick creamy batter. Then we're going to throw this in there. I'll be back now. I mean, that was it. It was literally maybe less than a minute to actually get everything just mixed up together. I'm not trying to build any structure or air or anything into there. Here's my standard household mix that I use for my cakes, my pancakes, that kind of stuff. It really has baking powder and xanthan gum in it. Because it's millet rice and xanthan gum, it will need to stand, and we will be back with that. And this is not going to take a lot of mixing. I just need to get the flour incorporated. Actually, you know what? We can just do it by hand. I'm using the paddle because it was there. And that's it, done. So there's nothing complicated in doing these muffins. So I have a very much of a more thicker batter, but it's going to be able to be piped, and I think I'm going to pipe it. And we're going to do two different ones. Well, two different ones. We're going to do two different. We're going to do a paper cupcake and we're going to do a silicone cupcake. But this actually just needs to stand and wait to actually absorb its liquid a bit. So we will be back on that one again. You move over there. So we shall be back. Okay, so our muffin mixture has rested and I'm actually going to pipe it. I don't have any nozzles in there at all. It's just literally the cut-off bag, so that I think I just get I don't get bumps on my muffins. Do you want bumps on your muffins? I don't know. Are you going to fit in without overflowing? Because you have xanthan gum in it, you should hold your structure for a little while, just enough time for me to get this up there. And we can really clean this out. All I smell is banana. I don't have a problem with that. So, get you out. You see, no nozzles. A bit freaky when you see a bit of the banana and you think, what is that doing in there? But it's just, you know, the end of the banana where all the potassium lives? That's not needed. Okay, so we have two different sized muffins, but you know what? Doesn't matter. We're going to have banana muffins. Okay, so these are going to go into the oven, and you do the usual finger test if it's actually cooked. I'm cooking at 175, and it's going to probably take about 20 minutes. Okay, we have banana muffins. Look at these. Yeah. They look good, Mr. Murphy. They look good. I don't see any difference in the baking of the muffins from the silicone ones to these ones. Maybe it's because they were all in the muffin pan. You see again, this one I tested too soon to see what it was. Well, they definitely look good. All I'm smelling is banana, which is fantastic. Now, as tempting as it is, the rule of gluten-free baking, don't touch until it's cold. Yeah, it's annoying. But you know what? As soon as we touch it and we cut it open, we're actually not allowing the starch to set, because the starch is actually still hot and it's still setting inside here. So by giving it and respecting it, that it's actually not finished baking, it actually gives us a better product. And I know it's hard, and I know it's tempting, and I want to do it, and I want to eat it, and it's hot. Besides the fact it's going to burn the heck out of your mouth. If you respect the starch in here, rice, even though it's a structural flour, it does have starch in it, and there's tapioca starch in there. So I'm respecting it, that it actually will set properly, and it'll give me a good structural muffin. I mean, look at this one. Looks divine. Don't touch, let cool. That's the rule. Obey it. I know, it's terrible. Okay, so that's our muffins, which is basically done as a dump brick formulation. So now I'm going to wait and stare at them until they're cold. Enjoy your day further.